insert in the you can see it. Like, I think you should move your hand a little bit. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so I want to plant tomatoes, and so these seeds are dry, been in this package for a while, so I want to reinvigorate them with using natural farming ingredients to kind of bring them back to life before we sow them in the ground. And so the microorganisms and the nutrients will be right against the seed. So we're going to create a seed soak solution and put it into a shallow dish and soak our things. But instead of just making a small amount for this shallow dish, which is kind of hard, instead I'm going to make this half-gallon jar worth of the seed soak solution, and then just pour a little bit after it's mixed into my jar. So into the seed soak solution, standard natural farming recipe would dilute 1 to 500 of vinegar. Vinegar is super important in the seed soak because it helps the seeds to, the acids to kind of break down the seed a little bit and start to get it to transform for sprouting. And a 1 to 500 dilution in a half gallon is 7.5 milliliters. So 7.5 milliliters of vinegar. Then the next thing is a fine plant juice, or also known as growth syrup. And this here is kind of food for it and gives it the energy it needs to boost. And also again the same dilution, 1 to 500, so 7.5 into, or it should actually be 4.5 into there. It's not diluting it too strong, but into there. And then fish amino acid. This is much stronger stuff. This is kind of the fuel for the whole reaction. And because it's stronger, I only need about half as much as the other ingredients. So I'm going to go up to...
What reaction are you talking about?
4. What reaction am I talking about? The fish amino acid?
Yeah.
The sprouting is like a very vigorous operation, and the fish amino acid provides for rapid DNA growth to assemble new DNA. So when the plant is first sprouting and it's rapidly assembling new DNA and lots of growth is happening, having fish amino acid around and just tiny trace amounts of this amino acids really helps them to build DNA quickly. And so for any rapid growth, fish amino acid is kind of like the fuel. It's the catalyst. It enables them to quickly make DNA and amino acids and RNA and messengers and rapid cell growth because of these amino acids. The next thing I have is lactic acid bacteria. And lactic acid bacteria is an all-around super powerful microbe, wakes up the whole solution, gets it all going. Again, super powerful, so about half as much of the plant juice for a quarter. Put those guys in. And then, last but not least, some real good minerals here. Ocean water. And this is 100 mils into this half gallon, should dilute it about 1 to 30. And there we are, we have the whole thing there. Now I'm going to put the lid on and give it a good shake. And then put it like such into a jar here. And then take our seeds and put them in. And the tomato seed here I'm going to want to soak in this water for about 2 hours because it's a relatively fast germinating plant. Something slower I'm going to want to soak longer. But tomato germinates relatively fast, so I'll just leave it in here for 2 hours and then dry it off and then plant it or put it in those newspaper pots we built.